Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at how to navigate your 3D viewport using hotkeys, and this will be for FabriCAM software. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. And we make short and easy watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we head into the program here. And now, most of these navigation type settings, we can navigate with the keyboard or the keyboard with hotkeys, but unfortunately, not all of them. So that is something to keep in mind, that we can only do key ones, and it's maybe the important ones. If there is other ways to go about it, which I did not cover, please comment or leave a little comment somewhere, and we can try cover it in a future video. Now, the ones we're going to be covering is basic rotation and panning. So this is your two most common ones. Like, I knew a guy back in the day when we used to do a lot of old school gaming, like Diablo and stuff like that. And this guy was really good with his keyboard. I think he's, in any case, he would navigate his whole computer just keyboard, no mouse, and we couldn't keep up to him. So I know this day and age it's a bit tricky to just do that. Back then it was still possible. Maybe if you're a coder, you can still do most of the things because they still cater for hotkeys throughout all systems or most systems. And the more refined something is, the more they make sure they add hotkeys. So I'm a big advocate of using hotkeys because it is really useful and it saves a lot of time. But to cut up my mouse, it's maybe a bit far from me. But in any case, so I know from my personal experience that it can be very handy if you learn hotkeys. So now, when it comes to the navigating this 3D space, there's, like I said, the two we're going to be covering: rotation and panning. So first of all, rotation, you can simply go to your keyboard's arrow keys. So they kept it nice and simple, and then you can rotate it with them. But something to keep in mind, it works basically in a reverse manner. So if you've played maybe a first-person shooter or something, and you understand that what a reverse mouse does, then it kind of has that feeling. The same way with some tablets, you if you want to go down, you would scroll with your thumb or your finger, let's say upwards, then you're going downwards. So for some people it's a bit of that concept is a bit hard to understand at first, but once you get the hang of it, you understand it's quite natural. So now what happens, so in that case, so if I want to rotate this thing, the top away from me, and then I need to use the up key. So as you can see that I'm pressing my up key and it rotates it away. If I want it towards me or the bottom away, I have to rotate with the bottom key. Then likewise, if I want to rotate the left side away from me, I have to press on the left. And if I want to rotate the right side away, I press on the right. So as you can see, you can keep it in, you can do nice fast movements. And the things that's nice and precise, so if you wanted that. Now the next one we're going to be looking at is the actual panning. So what you can do is you use exactly the same keys, but you're going to be holding in your control key on your keyboard. So if we hold that in, and then now we can pan. Now it kind of makes more sense. If you want to pan this thing up, you press up. If you want to pan it down, it pans down. So this one again works more closer to the legacy way of using it, where this is again not so much like the new modern way. So once again, just a recap, so we can use our arrow keys for rotating, and then we can use control with our arrow keys for panning this. You can also use your numpad, the arrow keys on them, or as you might know, 8 for up, 2 for down, 4 for left, and 6 for right. So if I keep control in, and or up and down, but keep in mind, if it doesn't work, make sure you press your num lock button. It's normally, it varies on keyboards, but look for the one that says num lock. And then once you've done that, the keys should be working. There we go, we've got our rotation, you see, and the panning as well. So the num lock button needs to be pressed if it's not working, if you're going to be using that, because some people use dedicated num locks, which is handy. But yeah, otherwise that is it on navigating your 3D workspace with keyboards. So we've got our arrow keys and combined with control if you want to do more actions on panning. But yeah, otherwise in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.